Hi, everyone. I wanted to share an experience I had recently that really left me realizing and giving me understanding about how I've gotten through some really tough times in my life. And I'll just share it. When my first marriage was very challenging. I was married to someone who was not so kind. And after I got out of the military years before he did. And then after he got out, we moved back to Wisconsin and he worked first shift, and I decided I wanted to go work too to earn some money. And I worked part time at Kohl's department store in West Dallas, Wisconsin, in the evening so that I could be home for my girls during the day. And in the midst of all of that, I became friends with two wonderful women. One was named Kelly, the other one was named Linda, and together we just had fun. Work was just better because of these individuals. And we would just crack up. There's some kind of kinship, friendship that formed, and I was so grateful for them. We all had our own things going on, and I truly believe that I was able to survive my then marriage because of these women and the situation I was living through. All I know is that these women have been in my mind throughout the past over 20 years. And once in a while, when I drive past Kohl's or I go to the place Kelly worked at subsequent, I think about them. And recently, I went into the market where Kelly worked after Kohl's, and I asked the lady behind the counter, "How long have you worked here?" And she said, "Oh, for a few years." And I said, "Do you remember this girl?" And she said, "No, but so and so what?" And the other person said, "Yes, Kelly works not too far from here, and here's her mom's number." And I'm like, "That's cool." So I swung by the place where Kelly currently works, and she wasn't working that day, but they said she'll be here on Saturday. So I said, I'm going to go in there. And sure enough, I went to the front and I asked for Kelly, and they said she's in the back. And she came up and she took a few seconds, and then she recognized me. And I think she gave me, and I gave her the biggest hug in the world. And I was so grateful. And I told her that she is someone that has made an impact on my life and made my life better. And I just wanted to let her know. So we reconnected. And I just want to say, I realized that her and I, um, our lives had been challenging at that point when we were friends. And I think it was because of her and Linda that I was able to get by with a little help from my friends, which is an awesome song by the Beatles, Paul McCartney, etc. And I realized that I've gotten through my most challenging times and have gotten back up because of my friends. Working at Kohl's, you didn't make a whole lot, but the friendships you made were priceless. They allowed me the opportunity to reconnect, to feel important, to feel valued in this world, and to bring joy and laughter back into my life. I'll tell you, that's what I realized is that through every single situation and challenge I've been through, I've gotten by with a little help from my friends. And it's not just a little help, it's a whole lot of help. And I don't think we understand that. I don't think we grasp the enormity of the situation until years later after we've been through it and we realize, gosh, this really did help me get through some really tough times. So to all of my friends that have been there through thick and thin, just want to say thank you. Whether you're going through a divorce, cancer, parental estrangement, an assault, a situation where you've been abused, neglected, harmed, I think it's our friends who get us through, whether they know it or not. So anyways, that's all I wanted to say, is I wanted to thank my friends who've been there through thick and thin, and you have been valued, loved, important, needed, necessary, and all that other good stuff. So that's what I want to say. When you're going through something tough, reach out to friends. Even a smile, how you doing, an embrace, etc., can help you get through a moment in time. So that's all I've got, and I'll be back.